In today's video, I'm going to be taking you through this long-form UGC ad machine and workflow built inside of N8N. And on screen, you can see a few examples of the output of the system. We're going to be using Sora 2's storyboard feature inside of Kai AI. So let's hop into N8N and get started with this workflow. As always, you can download this template from my school community, which is in the description below. So let's move over to N8N. So we are inside of N8N now, and this is the workflow. As you can see, pretty simple. The main components of the system are just the prompt generator and then the API call to Kai AI, where we're going to be using Sora 2's storyboard feature, which actually allows us to create consistent character videos by generating up to 3 scenes. So usually when you see UGC content, AI generated UGC content, is usually just like a 8-second or 10-second clip, not high quality, doesn't actually look or present itself as an ad. But this storyboard feature actually allows us to take 3 clips and put them together and make it feel a little bit more personal, look a little bit more professional. So yeah, in the examples that I showed you and how I've got this set up is the first clip is the AI character showcasing the product. Then the second clip is a close-up image, like a close-up image or video of the product, the features, and then the final clip is the UGC character, the same UGC character from the first clip and the same voice. Again, with a soft CTA. So pretty simple. Like I mentioned, the power of it is within this prompt generator and then also the API call. But we're going to go through this. I'm going to show you how to set it up and the Airtable database as well. So let's hop over to Airtable. And very similar to my previous video where I was actually sharing a UGC machine very, very similar to this, but it was just the single clip UGC. I figured that I'd upload this one just to show you this new feature. This template, this Airtable database is very, very similar. So we have our advert section, we have our new advert section, we have our completed advert section, and then we have our error section here. And then we also have our product section. So whenever you want to add a product, just come into here, click this plus button, and then just give your product a name, drop your product image in here, and go through these long text modules in Airtable. So we've got category. For this test product, I've just written supplement, sport, nutrition, pre-workout, high stimulant pre-workout. I've given it a basic description. And then I've written some key features. This is all done by an LLM. I've actually got a GPT that can actually, all you need to do is you just drop in your image and then it will come up with this information for you, or you can write it yourself, whatever you want. But you can access that GPT from the description as well. Then I've given it my brand voice, how I want the UGC character to actually communicate. And then I've given it my ICP. So in here, I've just gone into a little bit of detail and described my target audience. So yeah, pretty simple system. You come in here, you write this, you drop your product image in here, and then when you want to create a new ad, you just come into the new section in the adverts table, click the plus, and then in this product section here, you click the plus and you can see the products that we've added. So this is the test pre-workout. You can just click on that. And then what this is doing is whenever we're calling the webhook for the actual workflow within N8N, all this product information here, the category, the description, the key features, the brand voice, the ICP, that's going to get pulled into the workflow through this section here. So pretty cool, really useful, keeps this main table looking pretty clean. Then we can just give it a campaign setting. So this is like where we want the advert to be set. So for this example, we could put in the gym or at home. But yeah, you can put in whatever you want here. Then we have the mode. So we have Sora 2 or VO 3.1 or an image. For this system that we've built, it is just using Sora 2. So obviously the Sora 2 storyboard feature. So this one will only work. I'll actually go ahead and delete these. So the Sora 2 option is the only one you can choose. Then all you need to do is just hit create, and that video will be created, and once it's done it will pop into the media section. So all you want to do to get this set up is you want to head to the N8N workflow. You can just delete the webhook and add a new one, or you can use the current webhook, whatever you want to do, but I advise just to delete that webhook and create a new one. Grab your test URL, and then before we connect it up, all we need to do is come to this automation section within the Airtable database and just copy and paste our Airtable webhook into this webhook URL section here. So really simple. Then we're just gonna run our webhook, come back to Airtable and click test action. Before we do that, actually, we're gonna go back to data, and in this new one that we've selected, we're just gonna do this, because the reason for this is because I have the trigger here set to when create is ticked and then when the mode is not empty. So you can see here I've set the mode to Sora 2 and I've clicked the create button. We are then going to choose our record, pick the record that we've just picked the mode and selected the create checkbox. Once we've chosen that record, we're going to come back to here, make sure our webhook is listening for a test event, and then just hit test action. Then you can see that the node has been executed successfully. Perfect, really simple, and that is essentially set up. Obviously, make sure that you have your Airtable database hooked up to N8N, and that's really simple to do. Just go and get your Airtable API key, create a new credential, drop your API key in there, and then connect it up to your database. Just wanted to mention as well, when you actually import this workflow here, you won't be able to edit anything. You'll actually have to duplicate the base into your own workspace. So make sure you do that, and then you actually have everything here ready to go, the automations and everything, so you won't have to build that yourself. So just duplicate the Airtable database out and follow what we've just done there. So your webhook has fired off and it's gone green. Then connect your Airtable nodes up, and the last one here. Then we're going to actually connect the Sora 2 HTTP request modules. But before we do that, I'm just going to basically just walk through the prompt in this prompt generator for you. So in the prompt here, the user message, I'm basically just telling it to generate me a free scene UGC video ad based on the system instructions. So the core idea is getting pulled in from the record, so that is the campaign setting. The visual input, that's just the URL of our image. Then in the product section, we're just literally passing in the product name, the category, the description, the key features, the ICP, the brand voice. So that's everything that we filled in here. Then, yeah, we're just telling it essentially to create us a free scene UGC ad. And then we've said scene 1 is a talking head hook. The person speaks to the camera, relates to the ICP, and naturally introduces the product. Scene 2 is the B-roll scene. So in the examples that I showed you in the beginning, it cuts to a B-roll scene, close up, same voice, explains what it is and the key benefits. And then scene 3, same person back on camera, talking with a soft, natural tone, and then also a soft CTA at the end. The system prompt is a little bit more complicated. It goes into a lot of detail here. This is probably the most important part of this system, along with the API call. But yeah, brief description of what's going on here. We're just telling it what we want it to do. Literally just like scene 1, scene 2, scene 3, back to the same character from scene 1, same voice, same general look, same setting, same angle, same close, short emotional wrap up, etc., etc. But you can come in here and read all this. But yeah, I've gone into a lot of detail to create this prompt. So have a look at it, edit it as you wish. But yeah, pretty straightforward stuff. I mean, this, again, like when you look through this prompt, you'll see that I keep repeating scene 1, scene 2, scene 3, hook, B-roll, soft CTA, just drilling that into the system prompt to make sure that it does exactly that. An issue that I actually found when creating this is that at the end of the video, sometimes it cuts the character off. So you'll see when you read through this, that there'll be sections in here where it's like, make sure that it doesn't go over the time limit, or that the character stops speaking half a second before the video ends and all that stuff. But yeah, come through here, have a look at it, change it as you wish. Then we'll move on to the actual API connection with Kai AI now. So like I mentioned, we're using the Sora 2 Pro storyboard feature. And you'll see here, so we're actually dropping in our image URL. So our product image, and then you can see that we have scene 1, scene 2, scene 3, and that's just the output from the LLM in the previous step. To get your API key for Kai AI, all you need to do is head over to Kai AI, go to the API key section. I'll leave a link in the description for you where you can get this. Create your API key, come back to N8N, and then create a new credential. In the name section, you want to write authorization. Then in the value section, you want to type bearer. So I'll turn it to expression so you can see. Hit bearer space and then paste your API key in after that. Hit save, and that is it. That's it, ready to go. So yeah, that's literally all you need to do. Everything else is going to be set up for you. Again, you can go in and change the prompt as you wish. Once you've done that, make sure you've double clicked on this node as well and make sure that your credential is set up. But yeah, you don't really need to change anything here. This is just grabbing the task ID and making sure the video is actually ready. One or a couple things that I would actually say about this feature is that it's quite expensive. I think from my testing, it roughly costs around $2.50 to actually generate one of these videos. So just make sure that you've got the prompt and the products and the information you've given the system perfect before you start generating, because if you start spamming this automation, it's actually going to cost you a decent amount of money. But roughly $2 to $2.50 per run. But yeah, play around with this. Let me know what you come up with. Join the school community down below and get all the free templates and loads more free templates. But yeah, thank you very much for viewing this video and have a great day.